Hey y'all, my name is Cassie and I am the creator of Pieces of Scrap, and today we're going to be doing another amigurumi Instagram pattern review video. And I've got 5 patterns for you that I reviewed and I have written notes on and rated accordingly, and let's just get right into it. So the first pattern that I rated this week is the Mushy Crushy by Crochet. This pattern took me 35 minutes to make. It's one of those poppable patterns, so his mushroom cap pops up and down. I kind of altered the pattern a little bit. Crochet is also the same creator of the Chubby Froggy pattern that I use. And that pattern, you embroider a butt on the back of the frog. This pattern, you're also supposed to embroider a butt on the back of this mushroom. I don't, so it's just like a little chubby mushroom poppable. And I think it turned out really cute. I think next time I would probably do a different color combination. It doesn't call for you to embroider spots on the mushroom cap, but maybe I would next time. My only problem with this pattern was I wish that it told you to not stuff the cap a little sooner. Once I got to around row 14, which is where you stop decreasing, I was a little worried about how big the gap was into the cap, and I was thinking I'm not gonna have enough room to stuff here. But then once you get to basically the end of the pattern on that page, it tells you not to stuff the cap, which is good to know. I just wish it was a little sooner in the pattern that it tells you to. But yeah, overall I think it's really cute. It's really like a fidget-friendly toy that I think people would like. It only took me 35 minutes, so it's a good market prep patterns, because I can make a bunch of these in a little bit of time. I used a 3.5mm hook to make this. I think her pattern calls for a 6mm hook, so hers obviously works up a bit bigger, but I think this is a good little one. Little size for this guy. So I would rate this pattern 4 stars out of 5. The next pattern that I worked on was Junie the Banana by Sweet Creams Co. This pattern took me about 30 minutes to make. I kind of forgot to unpause my timer. My husband stopped to talk to me, so I stopped crocheting for a second. Then I forgot to hit unpause when he stopped talking to me and I started working again. I wish it looks more like the picture. I understand that this is probably on me because my yellow yarn is a different yarn from this one. This is Premier Parfait up top, and then this is Bernat Baby Blanket. Because of that, the stitches are taller for this, but I still don't understand why the top came out so large. And I mean, I used a 5mm hook because this yellow yarn is thicker and I didn't want to switch hook size once I switched to the yellow. I think it just kind of looks a little silly. Her color up top is cream instead of white. I have a cream color, but it's a little too dark. So I think the banana would have looked a little too ripe and wouldn't look very cute. So this is how it turned out. I think this pattern can also really easily be adapted to be a corn husk. You make the green and then the yellow on top, and then it would be a corn husk. So that would be pretty easy to adapt this pattern. Biggest gripe for me was once I got to the peel part, it's no sew, so you work into the front loops of your last yellow row before switching to white to make the peel. The peel instructions aren't super obvious that you're supposed to be working in each stitch individually until you get to the triple crochet or the treble crochet, whatever that's called. And then you're supposed to put that stitch, 2 of them into the same stitch. But it's not obvious that that's what she meant, because it says slip stitch, half double crochet, double crochet, and then it says treble crochet times 2. I thought it meant that you do all of that twice or something. The terminology was kind of confusing. Yeah, I eventually figured out that the peel is supposed to be worked this way because there's only 4 peels total, and the stitches and the work that I did to make these peels, it ended up making sense once I tried for the 3rd time to do it. So that being a little confusing kind of messed me up a little bit, and then on top of that, I don't really like what it looks like. It almost looks like a bird sitting in a nest or something. I'm not a fan about what it looks like. So that being said, I would give this pattern 3 stars out of 5. The next pattern that I did was the Long Chicken by Crochet with Gina. This is a very large plushie. I thought it was gonna come out a lot shorter. That being said, this is yarn that makes a little bit taller stitches, so I could probably reduce a couple rows in the body portion underneath the wings to make it shorter next time. This took me 1 hour and 10 minutes to make. The bulk of it is just making the body. You make the feet and the wings and the beak separately and the feathers separately. You single crochet through the feet and the wings, so you don't have to sew them on. The only things that you have to sew on are the beak and the feathers up top, so it's fairly low sew. And then another thing is, this is shorter than it's meant to be. I took out about 2 rows of the body because it looked like it was coming out too tall. A picture of her long chicken looks a lot cuter than mine, but I think it's kind of funny and like a cool, you know, gag gift or something like that. Like, you say you want a chicken, well, I got you a long chicken. But yeah, I think he's super cute and he's super funny to look at. It's just kind of, he reminds me of a hot dog, like he's hot dog shaped, but very big thing. I think it would have been better if I used Himalayan dolphin baby yarn or Parfait Chunky. She uses Himalaya dolphin baby yarn, so that's why mine came out taller. But yeah, I really like this pattern. I don't know how often I'll come back to it since it takes so long, and it's just kind of goofy looking with the yarn that I have in my closet now. When I did my last yarn order, they didn't have any Parfait Chunky of the yellows that I wanted in stock at all, so I had to get Chenille Basics, and I also got Bernat Baby. So this is Chenille Basics yarn, and so it comes out a little taller. So that being said, I give this pattern 4 stars out of 5. Next pattern is probably my favorite out of all of them. This is the Capybara Pattern by Shine Crafts. I absolutely love this one. I might actually keep it. I just love how it turned out. It's so cute. He is so firm from the stuffing that I did, but he just like, he's adorable. The only thing I'm kind of bummed about is that he is kind of top heavy, so he doesn't want, I'm trying to balance him on my hand. He really wants to fall over. He doesn't really want to sit still. I have him kind of propped up on my palm right now so that he doesn't fall over, but his profile is adorable, and he's adorable from the front and the back. He's just all around so cute. He's got this little dinky tail at the back. His arms and legs are all pieces you have to sew on. His ears you have to sew on. Body and head you have to sew on together. Tail you have to sew on. So very high sew project, but I loved making it, which is super weird for me to say, being how much sewing I just did to make him. He's just completely adorable to look at, I guess, and it's very low effort in terms of color changes and stuff like that because he's all one color. Embroidering super easy, no safety eyes. It's just all around a good pattern, very well made pattern. This pattern took me 1 hour and 24 minutes to make, so it takes a little longer. A lot of that is sewing pieces on and making individual pieces that you have to sew on later. But I really love how he looks and how he turned out. He's adorable. That being said, I would give this pattern 4.5 stars. I really want to give it 5 stars, but because there is so much sewing, I have to be practical. I probably can't make a lot of these for market prep, but I do love the pattern. The last pattern that I have for you guys is a really quick market prep plushie pattern. So this is the No Sew Octo by Kay's Plushies. This took me 18 minutes to make. And I just love how little and tiny he is, all of his little tentacles. He's completely no sew. You work the tentacles into the front loops and then you close up the bottom with back loop stitches. And I just love getting to use these little tiny eyes. I think they're 6mm, 8mm eyes. I have a bunch of them, but I just never have any use for them because I don't make things this small. But he's really cute with those little eyes. I used burlap velvet yarn to make this little guy. But yeah, I really love how he turned out. I don't have any notes about the pattern. The pattern is really great. And I would give this pattern 5 stars out of 5. So yeah, another free amigurumi Instagram pattern review video in the books. If you liked this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment below about what you want to see in the future. Share some Instagram links for me to test out for next video. And if you enjoy this video and you want to see more, I have plenty of videos you can watch, and make sure to subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you guys in next Friday's video. Thanks so much for watching.